Hey guys, I'm Natalie here in Phoenix, Arizona at EXOS with Adidas, and today I'm going to be showing you a few simple plyometrics. Plyometric drills aim at linking optimal strength and speed for fundamental movement patterns, and we use them for our athletes to increase their rate of force development, which allows them to be faster on the field and reduce their risk of injury. Before we get started, it's important to note that these exercises should not be done all in one session, but rather just as a part of a session. They are high intensity, high impact exercises where we want to make sure that we're focusing on quality over quantity. The first exercise in the progression is the drop squat. This is working on your body's ability to decelerate or absorb force. So to begin, the athlete's going to start with their feet hip width apart. You're going to rapidly pull your body down into a quarter squat position. I want you to think as if the ground is being pulled out from under you and you're catching yourself in that base position. The second exercise in the progression is a non-counter movement linear jump. We are now introducing force production. So you're actually going to jump during this exercise. Start in that base position, hold that completely still for 3 seconds. From there, jump as high as you can and then come back down. Again, we're working on your brakes here, decelerating in that same base position. The next exercise is a counter movement linear jump. Start with your feet hip width apart, up nice and tall with your hands above your head. As soon as you get to that loaded position, you'll jump as high as you can and then land back in that base position. So the key here is that you get in and out of that loaded position as quickly as you can, jump as high as you can, and land nice and softly. The next exercise is the continuous linear jump. This is very similar to the counter movement jump, but now we're syncing 3 to 5 jumps back to back. You're still utilizing the stretch shortening cycle, and now we're also introducing ground contact time. So I want you to think of jumping as high as you can, but then also getting off the ground as quickly as you can. The next exercise is a single leg drop squat, where you're gonna transfer your weight from one foot to the other. Similar to our 2-leg drop squat, but now you're just landing on one foot. In this single leg base position, you're in about quarter squat, your knee is directly underneath your hip, and your hands are back by your back pockets. The next exercise in the progression is a non-counter movement linear bound. To begin, you'll start in your single leg base position. Holding that base position for a count of 3, you'll push through the ground with that foot and transfer your weight to the opposite foot, landing in that same base position, just transferring your weight from one foot to the other. Now it's time to try the counter movement linear bound. Start on one foot, up nice and tall. In one fluid movement, think of sitting back and loading your hips to about quarter squat position. Get out of that loaded position as quickly as you can, push through the ground and land on the opposite foot. You want to think of absorbing through your hips, landing on that opposite foot in about quarter squat position, just like your single leg base position. Wrapping up the progression, the last exercise is a continuous linear bound. So to begin, start up nice and tall on one foot, aggressively load your hips sitting back to about quarter squat position, and bound over to the opposite foot. As soon as you land on that opposite foot, do the same thing going back to the original foot. We're now focusing on syncing up bounds back to back and also minimizing ground contact time. That wraps up our plyometric progression. Remember that it is a progression and you should master the basics before moving on to more advanced exercises. Try integrating 1 to 2 of these into your current workouts, always focusing on quality over quantity. They should be done with max effort, but not to fatigue you. I'm Natalie, here with Adidas. We'll see you in the gym.